Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I will be working with this Stick It Dan November 2020 single page sketch. And I will be creating a title page to go into one of my albums. So first of all, I'm flipping the sketch because this way the finished layout will be a better fit. For this layout, I did do some preparation in advance. For the background paper, I had to cut out a specific shape which includes the outlines of the title. And then I'm using the remnants of the pattern paper to create the partial margin as it is specified on the sketch. So I'm just adhering the cardstock to the margin bit, and then I'm going to be placing the background paper on top of it. For the title, I originally cut out 2 words, but I'm only going to be using one because of lack of room. And I cut it out from gold foiled paper, which I do find a bit difficult to work with sometimes. So on this occasion, I used my dot runner rather than liquid glue, and it seemed to have worked out a little bit better. At this point, I'm not entirely sure about the placement of my photo, so I'm not adhering it down just yet. I need to figure out what embellishments to use on the layout and what alpha stickers to use for the rest of the title. So I'm just playing around with this pack of ephemera, which is from the Avenue collection from Jen Hatfield. And this is something I used on layouts that are connected to this photo. So I'm using it on this layout as well, and that way I am establishing some carryover from one page to the other. So I tried the 4 flowers because there was 4 little stars on the sketch, and I didn't like that. I didn't like how it worked. So I decided to complete the title first and then get back to the embellishments. And then I decide to mat the paper onto a couple of layers of pattern paper as it is suggested on the sketch. And I think after that I go back to the flowers. And in the end I decide to use 3 small floral clusters rather than the 4 individual flowers. And this just fits better with the layout. It's a bit more substantial as well, and then I end up padding it out and filling out the gaps with little leaves from the same pack, so it kind of works really well. And then just adhering them down. I think I used little dimensional adhesive pieces just to lift some parts of the flowers up, so it just gives a bit of dimension. Yeah, and I quite like how that looks. And then I'm just looking for other little bits and bobs just to complete the embellishment cluster. I have been using these little gold foiled leaves and branches on recent layouts as well, so that using those on this layout creates a bit of cohesion as well. and then just popping these up with dimensional glue dots as well. And then I decide to create a little embellishment cluster at the top of the page, which is not specified on the sketch, but the top bit was just a bit too bare really, and I just felt that something needed adding there. So I just create a little cluster with flowers and leaves, and just repeat most of what's at the bottom of the page, just in a smaller cluster at the top. And then I'm using little tabs and sentiments to add to the embellishment clusters. And I decide to add one of the little cork cameras to the bottom cluster. These cameras were something that was just hanging about on my table, and I had them for a very long time, so I decided to use them up on this layout and be done with them. So I'm just adding a little enamel dot to the middle of the camera, and then one to the top of the page, and then I decide to put the second camera up to the top as well. I'm just looking if there's any better place to put it, but there isn't, so back it goes. And then I'm just trimming all the excess bits off. And this is how my title page looks with the other pages that go with the same story. And that's the end of the process video. Thank you so much for visiting. Bye bye now.